When I decided to apply for the funeral service education program, I knew in my heart that I wanted to be a funeral director. There was no question. In fact, I applied to universities as a backup plan in case I didn't get into the program. It was very competitive at that time, and when I received that acceptance letter, I remember being in tears. I was overjoyed, and I was just so happy to start this journey. I chose to pursue this industry because I felt very drawn to looking after people at a time of need. And I decided this at a very young age. I was actually in grade 10 when I made the decision to become a funeral director, and it was in part because of listening to a local funeral director talk about what they did for a living, and I really felt a connection to that, and it's been a very, very rewarding career. Being a part of the funeral service education program at Humber guided me at the beginning of my career in many ways. Our program gave us education from both the practical standpoint, but also ways in which we could prepare ourselves to interact with the client families that we were able to serve. And I felt supported when I was in the program in many ways, not just by the professors that we had, but my fellow students. And we were a very close-knit group in that program, and that is carried through to the way that we function as individuals in the funeral home as a team. At Arbor, we currently estimate that there is about 250 Humber graduates working for us in the province of Ontario. Arbor is a family-owned Canadian company. It was founded in 1947 by Daniel Scanlon and is still operated today by the Scanlon family. We have over 140 locations and 24 on-sites. Currently, we employ approximately 3,000 people nationwide. Some of the roles that are available here at Arbor Memorial include funeral directing, of course. There are sales and administration positions, opportunities at our home office, which includes HR, IT, marketing. So I'm a licensed funeral director. However, we have funeral director's assistants, hostesses. Really, there are endless possibilities when it comes to working in our industry. We've been awarded Canada's Best Managed Companies for 6 years consecutively. What that means to me as an employee of Arbor is that it's not just the award. Truly, we do rewarding work, and it is so fulfilling, and I'm so proud to be a part of this team of individuals and work day in and day out with incredible people. I think an interesting fact that I want to share with you about the funeral industry is that it's not what you expect it to be. I think oftentimes we focus on the fact that we are looking after someone who's passed away, and certainly that is a very important part of what we do. However, I think it's best to remember that we're here for everyone, for the family and friends that are here to support and honor the memory of someone that they have loved. So the top 3 things that I would recommend someone do when graduating from the funeral service education program is to 1, find a mentor, 2, say yes to things that scare you, and 3, never stop asking questions. The single best piece of advice I can give for someone wanting to enter this industry is to be yourself. Bring your true self forward and show kindness and compassion to everyone you meet. One of the challenges that we face in our industry is the ever-changing requests of the client families that we have. However, we also see that as one of the positives because it allows us to use our creative skills. It allows us to bring forth the storytelling that we are so gifted with. I do recall someone once calling us the sacred storytellers, and truly I do believe that that is a strength that we have. We're able to listen and connect with people, and it is challenging work, but challenging in the best way. Working in our industry is actually for everyone. I will certainly say that if you're an extrovert, oftentimes you find it a little easier to have the conversations that you need to have with grieving people. And for many of the students that have entered the funeral service education program at Humber and then joined Arbor, we've seen them branch out into many different roles. Could be pre-need funeral director, maybe a crematorium operator. There are so many roles and opportunities that really this profession is for anyone. When I think about the many ways that our industry has changed in the 30+ years that I have been involved in this industry, they're countless and they're really too many to list, but I would say that the focus on customization, personalization, the diversity of both the families that we have the privilege to serve as well as the employees who have joined our team. The leadership that women have taken and the role that they play in the industry. And one thing that has not changed is that taking care of people is at the heart of what we do. One career accomplishment that I am very proud of has been my ability to continually evolve and learn and grow. And those opportunities that have been afforded to me by Arbor have been endless. And now in this role, I am very excited to be giving back to the students and those who are new and entering into our field. One of the things that I love most about my job as a funeral director is learning about someone's life. And I think that if I wasn't doing this, I'd be creating documentaries so that I could still listen to all of the stories and learn about the incredible lives that these people have lived. What drew me to this line of work was my fascination and love of people. I have always enjoyed storytelling and listening to people share about their lives. And this gave me an opportunity to sit with people who were bereaved, who were grieving, but to be able to have a conversation and really ask them questions and prompt them to share about this person that they've lost and who they love so much. People matter and moments matter. Surround yourself with good people. Challenge yourself, and you will find a truly rewarding career in funeral service. I'm Shannon Burberry, class of '93 Funeral Service Education Program. I'm currently the Manager Training Facilitation and Public Engagement at Arbor Memorial. Thanks for listening.